what's up everybody? It's Rox and I am coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 3, Episode 17, also known as the season finale. So let's get to it, shall we? Timmy and Wacha have decided that they want to get pregnant, okay? And after some kicking and screaming, Wacha was concerned about what the doctor might do to his ding-ding. He finally gives in. They are going to this fertility doctor and we are going to check your sperm. We find out that Wacha is indeed the problem why Timmy hasn't gotten pregnant thus far. Something about you only got 10,000 sperm count when you're supposed to have 20 million. So yeah, I mean, that ain't no laughing matter. That's definitely a problem, and they feel like it might be because of he had some health issues. Something happened to him. I don't even remember. They said he was paralyzed for a little while or something. I don't really remember, but some health issues as well as him smoking weed and everything is not really helping. So the doctor's like, good news though, we can work with you, okay, and get the damn sperm count back up, and you know, you should be able to go on and knock a baby out in no time. So yeah, Timmy and Wacha and the baby Charlie, they go on and keep this thing pushing and to try to get this baby out and live happily ever after. Like I said, I like them too much. They're just too normal to be on this show, and I'm afraid that if they come back, you know, that this show might fuck their relationship up. So maybe they shouldn't come back. As far as Rashida and Kirk, y'all, she say they in a good place. And, you know, he's back to supporting her and everything's going good with her businesses, her Poise Cosmetics and her her accessory business and child, whatever, okay? I'm just glad that we ain't got to look at the farce no more. Yeah, we've been over it and nobody believed it, so I'm glad that they can just go back to being their regular self, and I know that they are too. Next up, she wants to open a store, okay? And that is after she puts her album out and she makes all this money from her hit single, Love Lockdown, okay, that she has with Kalina. And speaking of Kalina, you guys, Kalina has turned over a whole new leaf, okay? The turn up is turned down. She's pregnant and she is trying to stay true to her marriage and, you know, remember her priorities and put what's first, okay? She goes and gets old Meshach from Granny house in Texas, and after she drop a Bendigo Shadrach, she is 100% committed to her family and them being in the house together and her working on her music with her husband and all of that. So good for them. And the last of the nothings is Miss Erica. Miss Erica says that, you know, she's just in a good place as well. Okay, she's glad that she and Scrappy are able to co-parent with no drama. You know, she's worked through the drama with Mama D and, you know, all of that. So she's just happy, okay? And that's what's important, that they're friends. And right now they're not trying to be together. However, in the future, okay, we don't know what the future might hold. Now, just like, you just gonna keep on putting that in, Erica, huh? Yeah, Bambi. I'm gonna need you to watch your man, okay? Erica is coming for him. All these little subtle hints, yeah, I got your number, Erica. They ain't even show Bambi. I was just like, well, damn, Mona, you ain't even show Bambi on the last little episode, but Kalina got a little spot. Yeah, that was some shade. So that's it with the nothings, y'all. So let's get on to the somethings. Well, I guess it was about time that Althea started feeling the pressure from this wedding, okay? They trying to get married in a damn week. And all of a sudden, she's, you know, overwhelmed by the guest list and the invitations. I'm thinking, like, y'all trying to have invitations to this bullshit that's next week? Got to be mailed, right? If y'all don't fucking email or better yet, text these people, okay? Because ain't nobody waiting around for no damn invitations and 2 days later we got to go to a wedding. No. You in this damn hurry, what you need to do is sacrifice some of these bells and whistles, okay? You ain't gonna be able to do all that you want to do if you're trying to get married in a week. And that's what, I guess that was a wedding planner that was helping them, that was trying to get them to see. Yeah, all that you want takes months. Althea was just like, yeah, I'm feeling a little stressed. Maybe we need to back up, okay? It's a lot going on. You know, Jocelyn is attacking me on the internet, and Benzino went and made the shit worse by, you know, saying some shit back to her. And even though I can handle all of that, I'm just, you know, I'm really trying to get focused here, and this is really taking too much of my energy. She says that she loves Benzino with all her heart, but, you know, she feels like maybe they rushing and, you know, they need to give it another month, which is still a fucking close time, but, you know, whatever. And did you guys hear that Benzino was just like, you sure you gonna want to marry me in a month? And I was just like, see, that's exactly what I told you guys, right? He want to hurry up and marry this girl before she changed her damn mind. And she goes on ahead and puts his damn mind to rest. and tells him that, you know, you shouldn't even want to be with me if you think I'm going to change my mind in a month. So I guess the marriage is pushed off a month. His feeling was that he was protecting Althea, but I was like, Stevie J, okay, let the women handle women shit. Rashida's party that she has for her Poise Cosmetics and her accessories, you know, she didn't invite Althea because, like she said, she's trying to have a drama-free zone. However, Benzino was there. And Benzino is really the one that keeps the drama up in that relationship between him and Althea anyway. And true to Benzino's messiness, okay, he's sitting up there talking to some guy named DAntoni. And I guess DAntoni was the producer for Stevie J and Jocelyn when they worked on this project out in Puerto Rico somewhere. And for whatever reason, DAntoni didn't get paid, okay? Some shady shit they said that Jocelyn and Stevie J did. So, you know, DAntoni was like, you got my name all out in the street saying that I slept with her. I didn't sleep with her, but I could have. You know, niggas always got to say they could have. Okay, but you didn't, nigga. And then he was just like, but I do know somebody that did sleep with her, and he's here today, and you know him. So, you know, that goddamn Benzino is orgasmic with excitement, okay? Just at the thought that he might have some damn gossip on Jocelyn, okay? So he tells DAntoni to meet him outside with old boy. Okay, they done scraped up some old crusty ass broke down nigga named Big Rich, okay? Big Rich is just on TV, alright? They done slipped this nigga $50 and was just like, you get out there and you say what you gotta say, but the bottom line is you slept with Jocelyn. Okay, so Big Rich is all just like, yeah, I slept with her. You know, I drive her wherever she need to go. As long as I get her home in a certain time, you know, we go to different hotels and all of this, even at the house. And, yeah, we've been doing this for, you know, on and off for 3 months now. Just like, nigga, you is a fucking lie. I didn't believe it. I just felt like they was making shit up, and it was just too convenient. Yeah, Big Rich, you gonna need more people, okay? And that damn Benzino, he's so caught up in all the damn gossip that he ain't even realized that Carly Red is overhearing everything. Them niggas was so deep in the salaciousness, it wasn't even funny, okay? So Carly Red was just like, oh no, I can't wait to tell Jocelyn. And yeah, you know, Erica does sit down and talk to Carly on the way home and was just like, you know, you shouldn't say nothing. It's going to be more mess. And I agree, it is going to be more mess. But in this case, I was with Carly, okay? You sitting up here talking about this girl that she ain't even here, okay? And I kind of pseudo call her my friend or whatever. I don't even really like Benzino. Yes, I'm going to tell Jocelyn. I wouldn't have wanted Jocelyn to be blindsided like that anyway, okay? You got niggas up here, these three dudes just sitting up here gossiping like some bitches. And I'm proud of myself, you guys, because it took 17 episodes for me to finally agree with something that Carly Red did, okay? And if I want to keep it funky, 3 seasons, okay? So yeah, I'm proud. And as far as Benzino, yeah, that was bitch made, bruh. Okay, yeah, bitch assness, for real. Now, like I mentioned already, I felt like Benzino needed to let the women handle the women shit, okay? Just like Stevie J said, you way too involved. You are way too involved. If you don't get your motherfucking ass out of it, bitch. Zeno comes with all this, you know, I wanted you to be happy, and, you know, Jocelyn don't treat you right, and I can't have you being talked about in the streets, this, that, and the other. And I just have to say that I don't know if I like Benzino too much in this episode. He was just way too much. Stevie J, on another note, you know, he finally comes clean and tells Benzino that, yeah, he did sleep with her one time. And, you know, Benzino was already over it. She had already admitted that, so that shit was anticlimactic. So, Benzino, you know, he feels this responsibility to tell Stevie J what's being said in the streets about the fact that, you know, Jocelyn is supposedly sleeping with Big Rich. And, you know, Stevie J, He takes it with a grain of salt. You can tell he's pissed about it, okay? Because, yeah, you talking about my woman, and, you know, it's just we and the cameras, and you can tell that it was sensationalized and all that. So, you know, Stevie J was just like, well, you know, I don't think I believe it, but I don't really know what his motive is. Well, we know what his motive is. His motive is Althea, and he has to protect her honor. So, Stevie J knows that he needs to talk it over with Jocelyn, okay? Well, we find out that Jocelyn already up one on Stevie J because Carly Red has already talked to her about what was going on. So she already know. Okay, so she got some shit for him when he come up. I'm going to let you know that I already know. Surprise! She jumps right in, you guys. Every time you go key with him, you come back with beef. First of all, why are you so focused on breaking Stevie and Jocelyn's relationship? The relationship that Stevie and I has is the one that he want for him and Althea. I was just like, oh, okay. We gonna roll with you still, Jocelyn. So she's just like, I'm not tripping. You fucked other women. I know you fucked her. Okay, we got past that, but you know, you gonna do what you do and I'm gonna do what I do. Then he was just like, well, you talking about me fucking all these women. You know, word on the curb is that you fucked Big Rich. She was just like, yeah, and I bet you got that information from Benzino's bitch ass too, okay? And you know that shit ain't even true. See, your homie, your bestie, he gonna drive you crazy. I like the way she say crazy. Then, you guys, the argument takes a pointed shift and shit gets real fast. He tries to tell her that he's always been there for her and that he pulled her out of the life of stripping. He tried to show her a better way of life. And she implies that he tries to control everything around her. She says that he hides her shit, he hides her laptop, he hides her clothes, he hides her damn Chanel bags. And I was like, bitch, not the Chanel bags. I'll be pissed at the motherfucker too. I can't find my damn Chanel bag. You want to sit up here like you such a player, but you hurt my mind and you hurt my soul. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You hurt my mind and you hurt my soul every day. Y'all, it was tears and snot and all, and I was just like, oh, Jocelyn. Baby, don't cry. I don't know about you guys, but I believe that shit, okay? Stevie J tried to downplay and was just like, are you serious, Ma? You saying I'm hiding your stuff? But I was just like, yeah, I could just see his ass doing some shit like that because he wants to control that girl. You want to control everything around you, but that's what you fail to realize. You don't control shit. The DA and your baby mamas, that's who control you. Because they control you because they take all your money. I was just like, girl, ain't no real shit ain't been said on Love and Hip Hop ATL, right? One thing that Jocelyn is not is stupid, okay? She might let him control her, okay? And she might, you know, not do what she should do, but she knows fucking better, okay? So if she can ever get herself together enough, she don't really need Stevie J. She just ain't got there yet. So now it's very clear why Jocelyn was so fucking heated at the damn reunion, okay? She had already said that she was gonna beat that fucking Benzino's ass. I'm gonna whip his ass my goddamn self. I'm not even gonna whip that bitch ass that you fucked. I'm gonna whip his ass like a cunt. Just like a cunt, Jocelyn. I'ma beat him up. I'ma take him by his neck that he don't got. Then I'ma fucking stole on his bitch ass. I'm just like, you gonna stole on his ass? Yeah, past tense, y'all. That's a cold ass bitch when you can do shit in the past. And at the end of the show, Jocelyn lets us know that she and Stevie J is this close to breaking up, okay? But she knows that she gonna move forward. I'm a small girl in a big, big, big world full of fucking dreams. She said she gonna move forward because that's what she do, okay, you guys? Because I'm that bitch, and that's what I do. I was just like, all right, Jocelyn. Yeah, y'all mean me? I guess she wasn't gonna feel good until she goes to the studio and confronts Nikko about the shit that she's learned. Nikko's in the booth. He's giving his all to his latest hit, Shower Rod. They had the nerve to fucking plug that damn mess on one of the commercial breaks. Yes, Nikko's ridiculous ass is in here recording a song called Shower Rod. That's just who Nikko is, but I don't really give a fuck. My mind is reeling over the information that I've received over the last few days. And today I came to get some things off my chest. I'm just like long titty. So, you know, Nikko was his usual nonchalant self. You know, hey, babe, I'm glad you stopped by. Yeah, I talked to my ex-wife or whatever, or my soon-to-be ex-wife, because, yeah, the divorce is being finalized. It's going to be taking a couple of months, but, you know, but we can move forward from there. And, you know, Mimi was just like, no, we are not moving on from that, okay? And he was just like, well, what's the fucking problem now? You know, just go on and let me know. And she was just like, yeah, Johnny, I sat down with Johnny. He told me a whole bunch of things about you. Like, you plan to secretly tape us having sex? And he was just like, oh, well, you know, if that's what you believe, but I don't really know why Johnny is sitting up here lying on me, but it's not the truth. So he was just like, so that's what you heard, huh? And she was just like, that's what he told me. Hashtag tough Mimi. So, you know, they get into this argument and Nikko is being the way he always is. You know what? I can't even talk to you. Calm down. Why you getting so excited? Let's just talk. You know that shit pisses you off when people try to downplay your emotions and your feelings. Don't tell me what the fuck I'ma move on from. You running some game on me like I'm some fucking dumb bitch. And I ain't no dumb bitch. You got me fucked up. And I'm not assuming anything. I'm listening to what the fuck is coming out your goddamn mouth right now. Oh. So you know how it goes. She stays in his face. She's fussing at him. He's trying to tell her to shut up and be quiet and let's talk and be an adult. You know, be your 40-year-old self and come sit down and talk to me. And, you know, Mimi, she ain't got time for it, okay? So she tells him off and then she storms out because that's what tough Mimi does. And lastly, y'all, Mama D done wrote the closeout song for the season, y'all. She in the studio and everything. I thought a magic kind of love was supposed to be from heaven above. And the damn reverb on it and everything, okay? So Mama D say that she done moved on and made peace, okay? Scrappy is excited that he gonna be a one-woman man with Bam, and he think that Mama D done turned the corner, okay? I deserve it. I deserve. Everybody sing along. I deserve it. I was just like, y'all ain't gonna put no damn auto-tune or, you know, whatever magic y'all make in the studio. That bitch was just singing, okay? I was like, we getting the for real true Mama D right here. I deserve, he deserve, she deserve, I deserve her. I was just like, bitch, you better sing it. Then she was like, and in that order. That nigga took it to the fucking Temptations on y'all. Y'all remember Silent Night when he was just like, Merry Christmas from the Temptations. Alright, Mama D, girl, you better sing and shit. Everybody do deserve love. Alright, alright. Mimi tells us that she done fucked around. I can't even get over that damn Mama D song. She's like, I deserve, he deserves. Mimi has told us that she done fucked around all season, okay, made bad decisions, but from this point on, she is only going to make good decisions, okay? It's upward from here, baby, okay? But then we see that she got that I'm looking real cute and I'm all dressed up and I'm about to see my baby daddy and flirt with him smirk that we ain't really seen Mimi having quite some time, but that shit was still, it was definitely there last night, okay? So she sits down and has a discussion with Stevie J. She basically felt like she deserved an apology from him for the way that he's treated her all this season. And he does, okay? He knows that he said and did some shit that maybe he shouldn't have said and did. However, he stands firm to the fact that Nikko is slum, okay? And, you know, she gets a little defensive like Mimi does. Tough Mimi look like she's trying to make a comeback, but she hurries up and reins it back in because, you know, this ain't how it's supposed to go if you trying to get back with your baby daddy. Because you guys know that Mimi still wants to be with Stevie J. I'm sorry, okay? She still loves him. She is in love with him. You guys saw how she was hanging on every word of his that he said? Yeah, it's definitely still there and not too far under the surface. And I will not lie, you guys, it was sort of sad when they was going through, you know, memory lane and he was talking about how they got together back in '98 and how all this shit has happened. Yeah, I mean, you kind of get the impression that these two just got caught up. Okay, and let shit get out of control. Just got, you know, chewed up and spit out by the damn reality show beast because we all know that it exists. So then she starts to break down and tough Mimi becomes victim Mimi and, you know, tells everybody how she doesn't have anybody. Her mom and her dad is dead, which is, I mean, that's a big deal. And all she feels is that she has her baby. I haven't even broken down because I can't do it in front of her. And y'all know that Stevie J cannot stand to see his Mimi cry. Okay, y'all remember the one tear I told y'all about that first season? Ain't nobody do it as good as Mimi, okay? And here he come with the rubbing, you know, wiping away the tears and shit from her eye. I was just like, Girl, he done pulled your ass back in, okay? She looks like she really wants to believe whatever it is that he's saying. He says that he loves her and he's going to be there for her and the baby. And I wasn't really clear on what he meant by that, you know, and she was just like, well, I got that to see. Yeah, I wasn't really clear what they was talking about, whether or not they're going to be trying to get back together or what. But one thing I do know, next season it's going to be back to that triangle with Jocelyn, Mimi, and Stevie J. Don't you think? Alright, you guys, that's it. I want you guys to remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.
you.